This is a video about my chairs I sit at when I sit up here at my cooktop, my island. This is the Ikea chair. See, I sit on this and it makes my butt hurt so bad. It's so hard, and I slouch. I don't sit straight up and down. I want to kind of lean into it and slouch, and I put all that pressure on my tailbone. So I got this from the thrift store, and I got it because I thought, wow, this would make a really awesome little cushion for the dogs. But I'm sitting on it. My friend let me take home one of her chairs. Big difference. For one thing, it's got a much wider seat, which is good because I got a very wide butt, and it's nice and cushioned. But I put a cushion on top of this. Cushion on top of the cushion chair, like the Princess and the Pea. And I sit upon, but I have to get up because you can't, when you got a pillow on the chair, you can't sit on the edge and scoot back because the pillow moves around. You kind of have to get up above it and lower yourself down on top of all of those pillows. That's the downside of it. And if I slouch in this chair, which I'm normally, slouching, I got one of these wooden chairs in front of me. I put my feet up in it. Now I lean back. Or what I'm doing right now, I'm grunting because I'm trying to do it, is sitting on this chair with my feet crossed. Because I don't want my feet dangling. Because cold. Even though I got socks on. I can prove I got socks on. Oh, see? Pretty socks. Got socks on. And hey, I just noticed, isn't that awesome? They match my outfit. That was totally accidental. I just grabbed the first pair out of the drawer and put them on. Got a little out of breath there. Talking, leaning back, lifting my foot up, picking the chair up. Oh, I exerted myself today. Do you think I lost a calorie? Oh, that's funny. Lost a calorie while I'm sucking down hot cocoa. Actually, this is not as bad as the powdered stuff you buy from the store, which has got tons of sugar in it, because I made this from scratch. Yeah, I cooked. My own sugar, 1 teaspoon. My own, I can't reach it. My own baking cocoa, which I used like a level teaspoon. You don't need a lot of, because it's really, really strong. So it says to make a, oh, it doesn't have, this is fancy fudge. It doesn't have a recipe for a cup of hot cocoa. It's ridiculous. But most of the time they'll say that, like, use 3 teaspoons of hot cocoa to make cocoa. Wait, that would be really strong. Plus, I use milk. They say to use water. The good thing about making hot cocoa with water is if you forget about it, water don't boil over like milk does. All that moving around got me out of breath again. Warm you clear down to your toes. Nice and warm. Good day for hot cocoa. Real interesting blog. Okay, not really. Talking about my chair. I'm bored again. Bored. I wonder if taking this video you can hear the other thing that's running in the background on my computer. If you hear birds going tweet, 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 it's a game. It's not the birds outside. Because there's this much snow on the ground outside. But I do see birds flying around. I don't know where they're landing. Everything's got snow on it. In fact, I already said in a previous vlog, that Tim did go to work today, but he went in 2 hours later because they had delayed startup time. They do that in schools and stuff because the temperatures are really cold in the morning or whatever. I don't know why they do it. They do it. It gives the plows more time to get out and plow the roads. So he went 2 hours later than usual. So I was up by the time, and he was up, and he was outside this morning with a huge sledgehammer. It's a hatchet blade on one side and a sledgehammer on the other, and he's like going like this to the pond to break the ice because there's a koi out in our pond. And the thing is that you don't feed them in the winter because you just don't. The water has to be, I think, at least 70 degrees before you start feeding them again or something. So you don't feed them in the winter. But yet they get so big over the winter. You start, you know, fall, they're about this big. And then when the ice is all gone and you finally can catch sight of them again, they're like, yeah. We only got the one left. Critters got the other ones. And the one that we got so big that we can't get any other. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Where'd that come from? Ooh. Okay. Your nose feels itchy afterwards. So, woo, 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 woo. Itchy. Oh, I was talking about my fish. Because it's so big, any little fish that we can get from PetSmart will, you know, be snacky time for the big fish. So we can't get any more fish. And I don't know how many times this thing's come this close to being dead. I mean, the dogs are outside barking. What are they barking about? I go out there. The fish is out of the, it had jumped out of the pond. It was laying on the rocks, flapping like this, you know. And I go out there and pick it up and throw it back in the water. And just, you know, good thing the dogs barked. Good thing I was even home. It could happen when I'm not home, and then it's just a dead fish. We have a pond pump that circulates the water and supposedly cleans it. I don't know how great a job it does. It's getting old. But it disconnects, and instead of pumping the water up out of the pond, circulating it through the filter and putting it back in the pond, it sucks it up out of the pond and a hose is off, so it's pouring it out on the ground and it empties the pond. And I don't even know how many times that's happened. A dozen times. And we've gone out there and there's like this much water in the pond, and you know, that we lost another really big fish because that happened, and it just, I guess it couldn't, it might have been a little bit bigger than the other one. I don't know why, because one of them survived. Because there was, you know, enough water that they can still be upright, not, I don't know. We lost some fish that way. 8 minutes, 30, 40. Ugh, and it's such a boring video. Who cares about my koi pond? Who cares about Tim cracking the ice so the thing can breathe? Who cares that I got my socks that match the pajamas? I don't know if that was this vlog or the other vlog. Who cares about my chair with my sore achy butt? You would care. I spend too much time on my butt because you know what, when I stand up it doesn't hurt. Of course it doesn't hurt if I sit down on enough pillows and don't slouch a lot. I need to do something. I don't want to get dressed and go out. My friend wants me to go to her house. She lives down a gravel road. And it's on really good weather when it's not really wet and there's not a foot of snow on the ground. It's down the lane, and when it's wet, then you're, you know, going through puddles that look, you know, when you start going through them, you go, I hope it's not that deep. Wasn't the last time I went through it, you know. Hope there's a sinkhole didn't open up and fill up with water. So you go through these puddles and it sloshes up on the car and gets the car all muddy. And she wants to go to Clinton. She doesn't know how I feel about going to Clinton. You know, I like the stores. I don't mind being there. I just don't like getting there because the traffic is bad. I wouldn't do it at all. Have I ever gone there by myself? Probably one time. I don't like going anywhere by myself. I need to be motivated. I tell my friend she's my dynamite. She blasts me out of my house. Gets me motivated. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go do something. Let's have some fun. Let's get out. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do it for you. And I always have a good time. But, I'm so lazy. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Probably not share this vlog because it's long and boring. Now it's 11 minutes and 27 seconds. Very long. The hardest thing about going out anywhere, look, I'm commando under my PJs. I know, TMI, TMI, TMI. But, you know, not only do I have to get out of my PJs, but I got to put on the other kind of clothes that go under the PJs, or underclothes. Don't got none of that on. No, I'm sorry. You didn't want to hear about that. It chafes me. So I don't wear them when I don't have to. TMI. They say hackers can hack into your computer and they can turn your camera on. So when I'm not using my camera, get this here stuck next to my camera lens. It's a little piece of black tape. And I cover it up. If they can turn it on and spy on me, then how do I know that when I'm making these boring videos, somebody's not watching along with me and going, ah, boy, did I hack into the boringest person's life on the face of it. So if you're a hacker and you're watching this, you know, you must have my life is boring and I'm making a really boring video, but you're watching somebody else's boring life. I can't imagine how boring and pointless your life is if you would want to hack into this and watch this. You're a very pathetic person. And I can stop you with a piece of tape. No, I want to watch your boring life. No, I want to watch. Oh, where's it at? I can still hear you. Oh, peekaboo, boring. No, boring. Peekaboo, boring. I'm gonna go back to playing my boring game, but you can hear the birds twittering if you're listening. Goodbye.